2023 looks to be an amazing year for the gaming industry, with a lot of new IPs and long-awaited sequels coming out for the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. It's not just console gamers who will be happy. There are also a lot of exciting upcoming PC games. There's something for everyone, no matter which platform you are playing on. In fact, the year is so crowded with incredible releases that we don't think it's possible to rank them fairly, but we're gonna give it a try. In this video, we'll be displaying a compilation of the best and most noteworthy action-adventure video games for 2023. Even though we may not present all of them, we guarantee that the ones included in the list are sure to capture your interest. Not much is known about the new Marvel's Wolverine game, which is being developed by Spider-Man Studio Insomniac and is a PlayStation 5 exclusive. When Insomniac created a game featuring Spider-Man, people were amazed by the outcome. The original story remains popular and fans are looking forward to the sequel. However, Insomniac didn't stop there. It pushed forward and obtained the rights to make a game about Wolverine. Although we've seen a teaser for the game, there have been no updates since then. The main concern is about the combat system and how realistic it will be. Hopefully, we will find out the answers to these questions soon.
When she is mysteriously transported from the concrete jungle of New York to the mystical land of Athia, Frey Holland soon discovers that she has new magical powers and abilities. Among them are magic parkour skills that help her deftly traverse Athia's treacherous terrain.
This game is being made by Luminous Production, which includes a group of developers who worked on Final Fantasy XV in the past. Forspoken, their first game, is about Frey, a young lady from New York who is suddenly transported to the dangerous world of Athia. She has magical abilities, can do parkour, and must confront multiple strange creatures in order to return home. Square Enix is very enthusiastic about this game, and it is expected to be a success when it is released.
Mastering these techniques is key to ensuring that Frey always has her powers ready when needed. Defying the force of gravity, Frey can learn how to float. This ability softens any fall, allowing her to safely land from extreme heights. Frey can also travel across Athia's rivers or lakes by skimming across the surface with her glide ability.
Rumor has it something's off at the church. There's blood in the baptismal font, and pastor's gone missing. And my genius plan was to investigate it. Alone.
Bethesda, the huge game studio, is making several titles at present, and Redfall is one of them. Redfall is a game that is set in Massachusetts, where vampires have conquered the city and isolated it from the outside world by preventing the sun to shine. The players have to face off against the vampire threat, identify the reason why they are there, and how to finally eliminate them. Multiplayer features included, so you can join or leave other campaigns and battle against the vampire threat with your friends. So get ready, guys, because freeing Redfall is a challenge that will catch your attention when the game releases.
Oh shit, blood bag! They know we're here. Look alive!
This one is mine.
Going up.
Life and light.
The second version of the popular action role-playing game Lords of the Fallen, which was an immense hit in 2014, is all set to release at some point in 2023. This version will build on the first game's themes, with the main character being a dark crusader who will have to explore both the living and the dead realms. Players will be able to battle monsters in these two worlds and can even bring a friend with them using the online co-op feature. This game, which is of the dark fantasy and action genres, is advertising itself as a substitute for the Dark Souls franchise with a similar type of difficult combat situated in an even more extended environment. We will eventually find out if this new version can succeed where the original failed.
Shield our souls with grace, our hearts with hope, and guide our path eternal. Turn our gaze from what lies beyond us.
A new crime wave that is sweeping Detroit has already claimed the lives of 21 police officers.
Disturbance? I'm a big fan. Now move!
The original RoboCop movies were exceptionally cool, especially in relation to the 80s, and even today, RoboCop is still iconic, to the extent that a brand new video game is being released named RoboCop Rogue Sea. In the game, you take control of Officer Alex Murphy, who must protect the city of Detroit from the lawlessness and corruption that has taken over. You have total freedom to explore the streets and choose how to complete your primary mission. You must be cautious, however, because if you go too far, you risk becoming the same thing you are attempting to stop.
What the hell is this?
Where Wings Meet is an action RPG with a focus on martial arts set in 10th century China. It is an open-world game, so you can traverse the old country while you're on your mission. You will approach the Chinese nation as a swordsman in a time of great turmoil. Menace is everywhere, conflict has separated its population, and you will be the one to bring about the upcoming transformation. Although what type of transformation will be up to you. Whether you keep your sword or exercise a variety of martial arts, your decisions will have an effect on the nation. So you can battle for honor or fight for fame. The course is yours to pursue. Munfish's Atomic Heart has been the topic of discussion for some time now. This ambitious combination of FPS and RPG elements appears to draw inspiration from BioShock, Fallout, and Far Cry, and it looks too good to be true. However, Munfish and Focus Entertainment have now announced the launch date for the game, February 21, 2023, and it will also be available to Xbox Game Pass subscribers. Although State of Decay 3 was declared in 2020, not much of it has been revealed. We don't have any substantial particulars or even small details. This is not typical, right? We are aware of the fact that the game will occur in an area of zombie-infested land, and the player has to face the zombies and search for a better life. The tagline, "Together we survive," could be indicative of a communal system like in State of Decay 2. But until there is more information, we are only speculating.
Welcome to Skull and Bones. Our game takes place during the golden age of piracy, in a world inspired by the beautiful yet dangerous Indian Ocean.
Sea of Thieves is not the only open-world pirate game available. Ubisoft's Skull and Bones is also ready to set sail, providing a more realistic experience of battles on the sea. Skull and Bones is basically Black Flag from Assassin's Creed without the assassins, as it is created by the same team that developed Black Flag, and it offers an epic single-player campaign as you fight for control of the Indian Ocean during the 18th century. The main focus is on the online battles between players, in which each person commands their own warship in a team-based confrontation. There will be supernatural elements in the midst of the cannon fire, such as an immense kraken with its tentacles in the depths.
Get ready for any challenges that come your way by checking that your cargo is stocked with items like food and ammunition. Once you're set, it's time to head out and explore.
When I think of the Justice League, I think of Wonder Woman, Superman, Green Lantern. You don't want to mess with that lot. But you, Barry, you're just the team mascot, aren't you, mate? The loser of the league, folks. The fastest man alive. It's the Flucker!
This is one of many video games that were planned to be released in 2022 and was subsequently postponed until 2023. Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League is the current work of Rocksteady Games, and it seems that the team has been engaged in the task for a while following the events of Arkham Knight. Basically, Sarah the Conqueror has taken control of Earth by taking over the Justice League, and the Suicide Squad was appointed to eliminate the superheroes in order to save the world from their perspective, of course. It is foreseeable that there could be severe complications, although gamers will have a blast while taking on the roles of Harley Quinn, Deadshot, Captain Boomerang, and King Shark.
Did you get him? Really? Why don't you just mail me the bullet?
I can see it. Fate intended for us to meet here.
Team Ninja, the studio behind Nioh RPG series, has come up with a new game, Wukong Fallen Dynasty, and it includes supernatural and factual elements. It is similar to the Dark Souls type of game, and it is set in the Chinese Three Kingdoms era. It will hit the market on 3rd March and will be available on Game Pass at the same time. We will be following this project closely.
For as long as I can remember, I have looked for an equal.
People can easily recognize when a game is remarkable, terrific, or a classic that everyone should experience since it should be commonplace. Insomniac Games' Marvel's Spider-Man 2 qualify as that kind of game for many. It came out of the blue meant to be Marvel's response to Batman, and it achieved that objective. Insomniac made sure that gamers could sense as if they were actually web-slinging in a very large New York City. This game will be available for PC later on this year and will include more plot, Miles, and even Venom. It's bound to be great.
Give me what I desire. Yes.
Basim, Abne's Hawk. Are you ready to give up who you once thought you were?
I am.
Folks have been curious if the Assassin's Creed series has become too complicated and large with its scale and range. Before, the games were simpler and more straightforward, and it seemed people enjoyed them more that way. But the franchise began to venture outside the boundaries of just a few cities, and that caused issues. Now the good news is that Assassin's Creed Mirage is a comeback to the roots. Players will embody Bassam, an assassin from Baghdad, running along the ground and on the roofs of buildings to reach places in the same fashion as before and discover a path that will forever alter the Brotherhood. The story of Journey to the West is renowned and has had a major effect on various entertainment forms, including video games. Black myth, Wukong seeks to bring the saga of the Monkey King's son Wukong to life. In this game, gamers will be able to make use of the Monkey King's magical staff and powers to battle the profound evilness that has taken over the land, as well as encounter a variety of extraordinary characters in the quest to achieve divinity. Will the player be capable enough to handle the strength of Sun Wukong? We will know in 2023. There's no need to explain how a basic zombie survival game is typically created. It usually involves a gloomy, abandoned urban setting with a few derelict vehicles scattered around and a few dilapidated structures. That's just what the day before is like. If you saw the very first The Division trailer, you'll know what we're talking about. It's pretty much the same. We're not exaggerating.
Hey, motherfucker!
On March 1, Mytona, the game's publisher, will be launching the day before on Steam, Xbox Series X, and PlayStation 5. Initially, only the Steam version was confirmed, but now console versions are also being developed. The release date was adjusted as Fantastic, which is the developer, moved the game from Unreal Engine 4 to Unreal Engine 5. Of course, this implies that the graphics are going to be seriously impressive. The visuals that have already been shown are spectacular, and no doubt we'll all be drooling over them. It looks like the day before is going to be a stunning game. That's it for today's list. We hope that we were able to give you a good view of how awesome the year 2023 will be when it comes to action-adventure games, even though there are other titles that we didn't cover in this video, but they'll definitely will be featured in the next ones. We really wish that the new year will live up to the expectations because so far it really looks like it will be way far more crowded with incredible stuff than 2022.